Call me Bucky, niggas lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing. How a nigga rapping conscious but he ignorant? How he from the hood but still gon' go legitimate? How he fuck a bunch of bitches but they still respect the women? He still rolling in Sonata, he just got the windows tinted. Homie stabbed me in the back and that could never be forgiven. And my palms been itching, man, I like the superstition. You can't have my phone number unless we running up the digits. Let me meditate, I just need a couple minutes. Tryna low ball me, my cojones to the big ass. Bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian.
That's killed it.
He raised the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system. Move back left. You don't want to change from the 4-3.
Boom, what's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James Show. We've got another preview for you people. We had a little break. We had a day's break. We didn't stream for you guys yesterday, but you guys probably had enough of seeing us, obviously, on the screens. I got Issues just disappeared right now. So forget Ish for the moment, but I'm also with the main G and Romz. Romz, what you telling me, man?
All jiggy, bro. All jiggy. Busy day, but, you know, we're grinding, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're out here. That's what it is. We telling me, though.
All good, man. All good. Ish disappeared for a sec. I don't know. FSG or Klopp trying to remove him.
My sound was moving mad. But yeah, big up, man.
Well, big up, man. Yeah, I'm decent, man. I'm decent. We got a couple people in the building already. We got Aman Singh saying, "Can't be us, man. Can the Prem just end already?" We got RJ in the building saying, "Like and subscribe." The road to 1K. Yeah, man. 145 subscribers to that 1K, man. Yeah, I mean,
close.
It's mad. Not so long ago, are looking to get 145 subs. So big up to everyone. Make sure please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We got Pondelf in the building saying mid-table supremacy. You've done me in. Yeah, man. It's true. That's what it is. We're competing for the battle of the bozos, mid-table supremacy game, innit? But look, let's get into it. 14 people. Make sure we're smashing the likes. We're gonna check. If we're not smashing likes, it's going to be a problem. But look, Ish, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Usually this is a game that, you know, you'd be enjoying at Anfield. Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, historically, it's been a good game, even in past seasons. You go back to even Champions League, the likes of, goals by FCM.
Ghost goal, bro. Yeah.
All of that, exactly.
There's heritage in this fixture, man.
Exactly, man. And it's like, we're looking at these two teams now, man, and this should be a title. This should be two teams going for the title or fighting at the top end of the table. We're sitting 9th and 10th respectively. Is that correct? Chat to me, man. Chat to me. What's going on, man?
Bro, all kind of excitement. Like I see the Liverpool admin earlier trying to run up the Salah goal from 18-19, where he cut and then banged the top bins, or trying to get us gassed and stuff. I was just like, this game does not move me one bit, bro. The early kickoff, like, I don't know, man. Like, even whoever wins, we're still going to be 7 points off top 4 before the other teams have even played. Like, it is what it is, man. I'm not even excited. At least even Chelsea have got a couple of new signings they can look forward to. Mudryk, like, they've got players coming in as well now. I think they've signed 2 more players since Mudryk come in. Like, I don't know about you, man, but I'm just not really excited, man. I'm just not really excited for this game at all. It's got a 0-0 written all over it, in my opinion. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Romz, I know you're usually up at Stamford Bridge. You've seen Chelsea a few times this season. Before we get into Liverpool, chat to me about Chelsea, man, because I tried to have Hope on. He couldn't make it, but we're going to get him on soon. But chat to me about the Chelsea team.
Try to get Abs as well, but his Twitter just see is suspended. But he would actually come. But this Chelsea team, as you know, that I sometimes do hospitality there, and even just the general mood, they're just kind of sick of it. They just want stability. They rate that one thing they do rate what Bodie's doing is actually has the club at its best interest, that he actually wants Chelsea to be successful. The way he's going about it, it's a very scattergun approach. He's just right. Oh, what they're going for that player. Let's go for him as well. That it is a bit mad, but oh my god, I'm just sorry. I've just seen sorry. Big up Jamie.
That's a funny comment. Still.
No, you know what?
Hey, let me get some of that. Whatever you're on, Jamie, let me grab some of that, please. Send that my way.
I need that tomorrow morning.
Now you might be serious, so I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just gonna lie. Yeah, man.
Big up Jamie. Big up.
Hope you're well, man. Hope
Yeah,
yeah, chat to me, man.
What was I gonna say? They rate Bodie for having the club at best interest, but it's very scattergun, and they just want stability. Really, a lot of them have written off this season before we even had that. A lot of Chelsea fans, a lot of them, they've written off. They just basically want an identity, implement all their signings, because I believe Mudrik's available tomorrow, and Noni, I don't know if he passed his medical before 12, but if he has, he's eligible to play tomorrow as well. Obviously they brought Felix in on loan. So like Ish hit the nail on the head. With us, it's just it's the same old, but they've actually got things to look forward to. And give it a few years' time, they're gonna be a powerhouse. And Nkunku to come in this summer. They're probably gonna get 2 central midfielders as well. I know they want another right back cover for Reece James. They've actually got something to be excited about. You know that saying, suffer now and reap the rewards later? That's them. With us, we're suffering now. We don't know if we're still going to be suffering.
No, like that.
In the next couple of months. But they, right now, it's paying for them, and it will be a mid-off. I think it will be a low-scoring game. I agree with Ish. But, yeah, man, I'm not excited at all. And I just hope we do see a similar lineup to what we saw against Wolves, because at least we saw somewhat energy and we actually kept the ball quite well. But yeah, man, I'm not really looking for... And the early morning kickoff. You know, early morning kickoff with us. They're always mad, bro. Always. So, yeah, man.
Speaking of Chelsea, obviously, I want to highlight this player. I know he gets a lot of stick. People don't really know his position. Havertz, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Mount.
No, Mount as well. We'll chat about Mount. But Havertz in particular, G. Obviously scored the winner in the Champions League final. So for that, he gets a lot of credit in the bag, a lot of loyalty from fans. But he still hasn't been able to kind of find a proper position for himself. He probably suits a 10 more than anything, but they don't really play with a 10, so he's always out wide. Sometimes he's been in that double 8 when they had the 5 at the back. Sometimes he's up top. He's just in between everywhere, right? But he always seems to have a good game against Liverpool. He scored against Crystal Palace in the last
banging goal against us last season. That header he scored against us last season was that was cold.
So what are you telling me, G? Is Havertz someone that could cause Liverpool some problems? Because we've seen
maybe.
it.
Yeah, I think maybe. I think he's a weird player, man. You'd have to ask a Chelsea fan. Like, I don't know what their opinion on him is. They spent a lot of dough trying to get this guy into the team, boy. So they got to try and find a way. But I feel like you're right, man. They need him in his correct. It's a bit like Carvalho. You know what I mean? Like, you need them guys in their correct position. Put them in their right position. You saw what he did at Leverkusen. Like, he was, you know what I mean? He was the guy over there. But come over here now, and he's just been playing all these random positions and trying to do all of these different roles. So it's probably just been hard for him to just implement something into the team. So we keep seeing it in flashes. Certain games it might work, other games it's not going to work. But until he finds a position, it's gonna be tricky. But like what Romz and Ish said, man, like this ain't a game where I'm like, yo, we got Chelsea this weekend, like, yo, like looking up to it. Like this game, I'm looking at thinking, bro, let's just get this game over and done with. We're the first game of the day, so it's even more embarrassing if you lose, because then you got to sit there and watch everyone else talk about their teams winning. Like, it's definitely not a game that I'm up for, to be honest with you. I think we might even lose, but obviously we'll get into that prediction anyway. But yeah, man, it's a typical mid-off, man. Honestly, 9th and 10th. As in, if Chelsea win, they're still 10th. So, and we're still ninth. Like, it's not even like, yeah, Chelsea win, they leapfrog us. No, like, I mean, maybe if they smash us like 6-0 or whatever, but I don't see that. So it's honestly, it's one of them games I'm definitely not excited for, man. We could easily get embarrassed in this kind of game.
Can I quickly interject on the Havertz question? Because this is a player, everyone always thinks we all agree on stuff. Me and Ish have gone back and forth on Havertz, so a lot, haven't we? And you know there's a player there, but Ish put things into perspective for me. I rate Kai Havertz highly, always have from Leverkusen, right? Remember his goal against Newcastle? He brought it down.
Brought it down. Yeah. There's that last minute winner.
Bro, and you notice there's only a handful of players that can score that goal. So the talent is there. But when I was like, Ish, he's cold, and you were like, cold's not enough. Like, where does he fit in? Like, what's he doing in his team? And you actually made me think that day that, raw, for real. And I was like, maybe he just needs a change of environment and a coach that has faith in him. But then it's like, bro, you make that big move to prove you're that guy, and he hasn't. And you actually put it in perspective for me. I thought, you know what? He isn't doing enough. And maybe even a move to a lower team, you might still see the same Havertz. I do rate him, but it's just not happening for him. You know what I mean?
I was even reading today, they were saying that Bayern Munich might be in for him this summer, or maybe even this window. That could be a move that might for Havertz, because they actually play with a 10 as well. They either play with like Müller or Musiala. Yeah, Musiala. So they play with that kind of 10, and then have like either Mane or whoever up front.
And they'll get bread for him as well. They'll get
they'll get. He's still worth like 50, 60 M's, I reckon. He's still got like good stocks and that. But I just think this Chelsea thing, he's been eating off that Champions League goal for like 2 seasons now. It's just like, yo, come on, I need to see something more for you. But watching going back against us now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy because obviously we've got Abda saying Havertz is overrated, which is obviously a fair assessment. We've got Ray and we got to Ryan saying, nah, Romz, Havertz is rubbish, bro. He ain't good at anything. The talent isn't there. Adding that Havertz passing is dead, shooting is dead, dribbling is dead, decision making is crap, and he ain't even got pace and power. I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. If he's dead, how old is he? 21, 22?
Yeah, he's not older than 22, I don't think.
Jones, Elliott, Carvalho, any of those people, they can get in the bin then. I'm being dead honest. I'm not saying he's banged at Chelsea at all. But if you're talking about talent, come on. The eye test don't lie. Yeah. The eye test don't lie.
But he needs to do more. We all agree that he needs to do way more. And without that Champions League final goal, I don't even think he'll be at Chelsea right now. They probably would have shipped him up. They would have shipped him off the window just gone.
They would have done.
We've gone with Werner, boy.
Yeah.
Cool. Next player I want to chat about as well. I'm gonna give this to Romz, yeah, because Romz is a big fan of this brother.
I love him,
Mr. Chelsea himself, Lampard reincarnated.
Get out of here! This guy is dead food, bro.
Cool. What I'm gonna say? Oh, go on, Jay.
No, go on, Mason Mount. Chat to me about Mason Mount. He's linked with a move to Liverpool.
What I'm gonna say is,
that's your boy's old JJ. Don't think I forgot.
Oh no, he's my boy.
That's your boy too, man.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet, right? For everyone that rates Hendo, he can do what Hendo can do and 10 times more. So why wouldn't you? Maybe he might not be your first choice. I get that. There's other 8s that are better than him, but Prem proven he can run for days. Doesn't that sound like a Klopp play for you? He's 10 times technically better than Hendo. It's a no-brainer. I'm not saying he is my number one target. I'm not saying that by any stretch. But the way people speak up Mason Mount, like he's just dead, like he's shit on your shoot. No, he's not that dead. Like you can't look at Mount and think this guy is dead. Maybe he might not be better than some 8s that we've looked at, and I get that. And if you ask me if I could sign an 8 tomorrow, he probably wouldn't even be in my top 5. But I rate him as a player. And if he was offered to us for the right fee, I'm biting your hand off, man. He's Hendo that 20 times better, bro.
I ain't feeling him one bit. Honestly, bring me Ward-Prowse over Mount. I swear to God, bring me Ward-Prowse over Mount all day long.
Why are you not? What is?
He's another one like Havertz.
Right? He got double figures in goals and assists.
All right, let me just stop you there quickly. I know what you're
his
goals and assists. The stat pattern is mad. I think like 5 or 6 of them GNL against Norwich. Another couple gets Leeds. Like he scores in like little bursts of like we'll get a brace here, brace there.
That son.
He's not that guy, bro. He's not that guy.
Better players on the pitch.
Against who?
where they got in the Real Madrid in the Champions League when they got
Yeah,
knocked out.
that. I admit
He's
that
one
was
of the
he had a
better
good
players
game.
in the pitch. He stood up. You can take set pieces. The other day, obviously, he hit the bar or the crossbar with his free kick. He's got energy. To have him in your squad, do you not think that's like a decent move? You're talking about English quota. He's still young. Got legs. Romz got
Bring me Ward-Prowse. If we want to do up English quota, get me Ward-Prowse instead. I'd rather see him in the 8 then. He can get about. He can get about the pitch. He can get about the pitch like a Hendo. If you want to do that Hendo replacement,
how old is Ward?
Mileage, but no
26.
no speed. Mileage, but no speed.
He's not slow. For me, Ward-Prowse is not slow in it. And he's got energy. He's kind of like Hendo 17, 18 times. They don't need to be quick, but he can actually get about the pitch.
Do you think he can press? Do you think he presses the same way Hendo does? The same intensity?
Southampton, when they had Hasenhüttl, they were doing a pressing thing. They were doing a pressing thing on the Hasenhüttl, and he was playing in a 2-man midfield as well because they were playing Ings and Kai Havertz up top. Yeah. So you know he's got legs. If you're playing in a 2-man midfield, you know you've got the legs to be able to get about because it was him and what's the ball brother that used to play for Chelsea? Romeo. Them two. Yeah, them man were playing. Them man were playing midfield on their own. So like, Mount does not move me at all. And if we're looking like a 40-50 million pound, which is going to be for the English tax, you can miss me out with that.
They'll probably try. How long's left on his contract? Like a year? Or
I think it's 2024.
Yeah,
I think it's like 8. Yeah, I think it's the end of next. I think it's the end of next season.
Because cool. Now it probably will be that 40-50 million region. But if he had any longer, it's us, bro. Chelsea would want to extort us to the highest.
Facts.
Yeah. Weighing in this, man. Mount 25 million plus add-ons.
I'll let you guys debate this guy. I do not want that guy in my team. That's not a player that I'm looking at thinking, yo, let's go in for Mount. Like, I hear what Rom said though about him being kind of like a Klopp player. I hear it, but where I don't want Klopp and I don't want that kind of football, I don't want Mount either. So it's like I'm looking at him thinking, yeah, I don't even want you really here because then it will probably signal to me that we're going to continue trying to play that type of football, and I don't want to see that football anymore. I'm bored of it. Like I think it's crap. So it's like we need to maybe move away from that. And I think even, again, we'll get into the predicted lineups and stuff like that. But I think even when you're looking at the way that we're potentially trying, or the way that we're trying to play in the future, then I'm looking at other type of players. Mount might be a good option. If you can get a good deal for him, I won't say no. If you can get it, but it would have to be like a 30...
No, but let's say in the squad, yeah.
Hey,
let's
David,
say in the squad, right? You're looking at right now on the bench. If everyone's fit, we have like Ox and Kane right now on the bench, right? They're the second option, or Curtis Jones. Would you swap Mount for one of those positions, considering we're still going to go into the market and go and get a starter? And if he breaks through as a starter and plays well in those patches he plays, is that not an option? Because then you fulfill that quota. He's young, can run. Technically, he's not bad. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, technically, he's a very, very good player. He's a very, very good player. Like, he's not like Thiago and stuff, but you can see technically a very good player. Passing,
he's sound, yeah.
He's sound, very, like he's up there. When you compare some of like our forwards, they're not that technically. Like, do you know what I mean?
Bro, none of them are technical.
It's true, isn't it?
Name me a technical forward at Liverpool. Like, there is not.
Only Bobby, that's it.
Even then, you say about technique. Do you think Bobby can spread like a 60-yard pass into someone's feet?
Hell no.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, really got a shot power. Bare P shots with him sometimes.
Yeah, bro, you know, like that.
He can't even rush it. He can't even rush it like that.
Ish and G, yeah. I know you might just think, oh, cool, what did he do after it? And there's been so many times where he's just picked the wrong pass. But even Mount's half turn, the Cruyff on the half turn, the way he gets out of the tight spaces, it's so cold, bro.
But he does it to go nowhere. It's not even like an Alana turn where he's turning and then the spaces open up. Man will turn and he's still got the same 3 bodies around him. So it's like, what have you done, bro? Like, you done a nice thing for the eye test.
They're so starved of anything. I see that, and it just looks...
Another thing with Mount as well. Yeah, go on.
No, I was gonna say it's weird. Like, you know, like there's bare players here that I look at and I think to myself, yeah, I'll take this guy. Obviously, you just named those players there. Yeah, I will take Mount over them. And obviously, that's our options at the moment. But if I don't know, man, like, you'd have to offer me a good deal for someone like Mount for me to consider it. Like, he's not shit. I'm not going to say shit because he's definitely not shit. You're right. He's technically sound. He is a runner. He's someone who can play multiple positions as well, midfield and anywhere across that front line. I've seen him up front. left, right. So he can do those kind of positions. So for the versatility, Klopp might look at someone like him and think, you know what, maybe in the squad, I could use you because I can play you more or less anywhere midfield and attack. And it's not really going to be too much of an issue. Just not really my type of player, if I'm being totally honest. But yeah, you'd have to offer me a good deal. Like if you're talking 50 mil, I'm like, nah, see you later with that, man. You have to be less. It have to be like 30 million. Then I'll say, all right, cool, grab him. 30 million, yeah, you can grab him. 50, I'm like, oh, right. Well, you couldn't find no one else. Like if you can't find no one else, and obviously the caveat is literally, I'd say the biggest thing about him is that he's English. That's probably the biggest thing. He's English, so it gives us.
How can man's passport be his biggest asset though? Like that is that what?
But that's his biggest asset. That would be it.
But they say because he's got the Burgundy passport.
These men are trying to champion this guy. Like, I'm not looking at him.
I'm not gonna lie. I put Mount in that same bracket as like a Solly March, innit? Like they're technically so sound, and I think I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I think the agenda against Mount is mad. I think it's mad.
Right.
If Mount was German, if Mount was flipping like Kovacic, we'd be like, oh yeah, cool. Like he's decent. I think because he's English and because there was already an agenda against him when Lampard brought him back to Chelsea because we're calling him
Lampard's
son. We're only there because Lampard. You know what I mean, like teacher's pet, and I think that's what's propelled this kind of agenda. And now, especially because he's trying to get that bumper contract, he's not signing, and he wants that 250 or whatever it is. I think the agenda's actually being pushed towards that because I'm looking at him and I've never looked at him and thought I've seen a poor player. Like the poor games Hendo's had, or the poor games Jones has had, or the poor games Keita's had, right? And we spent what 50, 60 million on Keita. Obviously, I agree with G. I wouldn't spend 50 million on Mount. I just wouldn't. I think you could get other players, but I've never seen Mount have games like as bad as that.
It's the same kind of vibe as when we bought Ox in 17, 18. Like, if we sign Mount now, I'll look at it with the same kind of thing. Okay, you're English, you can play 2-3 positions, but ultimately, the signing does not move me in the slightest.
Let me ask you
so
this.
It's got to be 30 to 40 M's, any more, even 40, I'm like, bro, like, we're not going to grab someone from Europe for that. But yeah, go on.
Let me ask you three this year. I put a tweet out earlier. Jesus literally said no. Kurdish grilled me. Keenan Dewsbury Hall because Leicester needs the bread.
Yes.
No,
I'll take him over Mount. I'll take him over Mount.
We've had that same upbringing, that the footballing upbringing. So we
like the same type of player. Yeah, but
I'll take him over Mount.
Understand as well. I'm taking into account because we all four know we get that silky number 8. He's gonna lose all his superpowers, bro. He's not gonna be the number 8. We're seeing him elsewhere. But your Mounts, your Dewsbury Halls, even your Ward-Prowse then. They're going to come into Klopp's system and be the same player we've been watching because they're the attribute Klopp likes. Do you get? So it's not like we're not going to see another player. We're going to see the same player we're used to. That's why the Mounts are Dewsbury Halls. And we need to think about the English homegrown quota because Milner probably sign an extension, but Ox is definitely going to leave. Milner could leave. Bro, we need Englishmen to come in. Like, let's not
mad. It was mad. When you went and said, you were like, look, Silky number 8 is going to come in and the superpowers are going to go. G was all smiling when he had Silky number 8. As soon as you said the powers are going to be gone, that's the face. Right now, that's the face.
Because he knows. He knows.
It's like, do you know? Like, let's be
the next season, we're going to be looking at him thinking, you know what, we might have to play him in the 6, because he's just got legs there. But in the number 8, you don't do anything. That's what we're going to be screaming, You don't do anything in the 8.
Can I just say as well, I'm not cool. Bro, I'll be real, because our standards, us four here, our standards are high, maybe not our clubs, but the Mounts and Dewsbury Halls, by the way, they're not to necessarily start, bro. I still want to go fishing for more number 8, but as squad players, to come off the bench, Mount and Dewsbury Hall, I think that's quality. I honestly think that's quality coming off the bench.
It does. Go on.
Romz is a very average English man.
It's like
who I don't rate. Gallagher I don't really rate that. There are Englishmen I don't really rate. But
it's
like so mid, man.
Oh yeah, he's definitely mid. I said I don't want that guy touching. The only time I want to see him playing like against Liverpool or anything is when he's against us, like on Saturday. That's the only time. But players like I don't know, man. Like Dewsbury Hall, nah. From what I've seen of Dewsbury Hall, hell no. Like and like from what I've seen of this guy is that even when played in his best position, which I still don't even know what that is. I feel like he still lacks that football IQ Like he ain't really got
Yes,
it for me.
really.
Like, I feel like Leicester,
You think
yeah.
even in that? Hold on, you think even against us when you played, you think he lacked football and IQ? I think
Anyone, but you got bro, but with
He's
against
probably
us,
thinking
like
because we were that bad. Yeah,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like
Yeah.
we've conceded the most big chances. Like I can't really rate it off that. But I'm looking at it just from his Leicester career, and I'm looking the way he plays for Leicester and stuff like that. Even Brendan Rodgers, I feel like he still doesn't even really know where does he kind of fit in this team. Like, is he gonna usurp like Tielemans or Ndidi's or the other guy they've got in the middle of the park? No, he's not. He's more of a bench player at Leicester. So I'm looking at that thinking, if you're a bench player at Leicester, are you coming? What would you be coming here to do? Like, that's not even a bench player here.
Bro, you'll be surprised. Rodgers actually, when everyone's fit, it will be the Samaris and the Tielemans because of his contract.
Yeah, that's it. Samari, that's it.
But so, bro, Dewsbury Hall when fit, you can go and check. Rodgers actually starts him, bro. Listen, you're not gonna laugh. This is another reason why he probably shouldn't come. He's injury prone. He's injured now.
Yeah,
he's injured now. But I hear what you're saying. If you're saying over the period of his Leicester career, I've seen him as an 8, but he also has to get forward and whatnot. And a game, do you remember when we lost 3-1 to them and Harvey Barnes just took the piss of us? He was instrumental in that game as well. And it's not even, I've seen him against a lot of the big teams, and he might not be doing the Hollywood ball or that pass that you remember or anything special, but he's just doing what he needs to do and it's benefiting the team. That's why I think for us, again, not as a starter, but as maybe someone just in the squad to replace Ox or whatnot, I think, because Leicester need money, I think they're going through financial situations. I reckon they'll accept even like 30, maybe 35 max. Honestly, I don't think.
Have you seen where Leicester are in the Premier League? Have you seen what they're doing like in the Premier League? This guy's not helping shit.
I don't even know where they are. Where are they?
Lower than we are, and that's
they're mid bottom half. They're like 15th, 16th, I reckon.
Bro,
yeah, so it's like
from about 30th place to like 20th. There's like 5-4 points in it. Like,
bro, we're gonna soon drop down into that. You know, when you start dropping into that race, like where you're like, oh, I kind of need to veer away from that.
Imagine Liverpool in the survival race last day of the season, bro. I couldn't do it.
Bro, you ain't gonna see me stream for months. So you're like, that'll be long because I'll just be cussing the team like there's no tomorrow.
Imagine if we win the survival race last day of the season.
Not even that. It'll be like Liverpool are 15th and we're 6 points off the bottom 3 heading into the last, I don't know, 4 games. And you're sitting there thinking, shit, who's your last 4 games?
No. I swear to you. You see my local printers, yeah, where they do the embroidery and that. The t-shirts and the banners are coming out heavy, and I swear.
Oh, they're coming out. They're coming out before that.
I'm buying a dinger. I'm buying a dinger for £2. Yeah, it's £2 off the local roadman, and I'm flying up to Liverpool, and the banners are out, bro. The banners are out. What? And hold it, and Klopp's still in charge.
Klopp couldn't be. Nah. Klopp couldn't.
He would be.
Yeah, I don't think it'll get that bad. But if we ever got into that type of situation, which, by the way, we are 9th, so it's not like we're far away from. I'm sure we're closer to relegation than we are to winning the league anyway. So It's like, if I'm looking at that, I'm sitting here thinking, brother, if you're still here, I'm Jerry will go halves. You put a bill in, I put a bill in, then we'll go halves and get this thing up because there's no way that you'll fuck it. Then cool, we go 3 ways. 4 if Ish wants to jump in. So
like
that course is
going to be
there we go.
Bro.
That's going to be the free seat as well, where the seat goes, you know, it clicks in. Right. Get out.
You know the window that you have to push at the back, like
the window we're push at the back.
And it doesn't even open fully. It's just a little.
It doesn't even open fully. Like it opens a little.
There's enough air in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Bro, I never understood that when I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, bro, so when man needs a bit of air, I've got this tiny little gap in the back of the window.
It's ventilation, that's it. It's ventilation, that's it. It's not for views, not for
just to get air circulating in the car.
Oh my god.
Liverpool, bro.
You're gonna get a picture. Hold on, are they saying £24 for and that's £132 that we're saying for a little.
There we go, 4 man. We can run that. We can run that. But I think like when it comes to some of these players that like we're looking at, I think we're in a mad situation, bro. Like we're in a situation where the team, the club, but the team needs such a rebuild that maybe what you're both Jerry and Romz is saying, I'll be real, is probably right at the end of the day because we're going to need some type of squad options if we're letting go of your Milners, Naby Keita's, and Jones. We don't really know, like all of these kind of guys. If they
I'm not going to lie to you. I know I was chucking that out there. If we don't get top 4 yet, and we're in like Conference League, what do you think Thiago's staying?
I think he'll stay for 1 season.
I think his contract is up in 2024, isn't it? So I think he'll either see it out.
Oh, okay, well then, yeah.
I think if he says he wants to go, we'll probably sell him this summer if he said he wants to go and try and get a bit of peace for him.
Home, like to Flamengo or Sao Paulo or something.
See, this thing here.
I don't know, you know. I feel like a Thiago, see something like this.
That window at the back, can you see those little dots? That's where you just push forward. You just push forward against the window, and the little vent comes out, and you're like, calm, get some wind.
Bro.
That 132
you felt like quick, boy.
132 pounds. So why not? But cool, man. You know what? Let's get into our teams, man. Obviously, you spoke about Chelsea a bit. It looks like, obviously, Reece James might be back in the team, so that's going to be a problem.
Nah, he's not in tomorrow. He's
not in tomorrow, 100%.
Chilwell, yeah. I just before we came on, I was reading. I think him and Chilwell. I don't think they're going to be.
Their presser yet?
No, Jurgen Klopp's having his right now, though.
Not right now, yeah, but because team news will come out soon.
I see Kante has been in training this week, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Kante.
Is he gonna? Bro, he always puts.
How can you beat intensity with intensity? That's what he does. He's just like, I'm just gonna be more intense than you. Then that's what it is.
I know.
That's what it is.
Prem had a rule, like I said at the start of this stream. I don't think he did because I'm just seeing it on the TL now. But if Noni, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Madueke, yeah, if he passed his medical and whatnot by 2 hours ago, he would be eligible to play. But I don't think Mudryk against Trent. No, I don't think Mudryk will start. But
he's not full. He won't be able to play the full 90. They were saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But bro, even last,
that's even worse. Coming on
again, he's going to be one of the quickest players in the league, bro. Against Trent. Trent's done well. Bar the Brighton game. Before that, he did well, but bro, that's.
But would you say Mudryk and Mitoma are kind of similar sort of players? Like they'll leave you behind, no problem. So if Trent wants to go and press high,
I think Mudryk's even more explosive. I think he's even more explosive. I think Toma's a bit more controlled. Like you can kind of see where he's about to go.
Yeah,
Mudryk will just go.
He's raw paced. He's gone. Gone.
Yeah, if they had Felix, we actually got off light. If they had Felix, oh my god. You know
what's crazy about Chelsea before we move on to Liverpool? Every time I watch them play, they play some good football. They can't finish.
Yeah.
They play well, but they can't finish. That's the problem. I've never looked at Chelsea for this football's dire, you know. It doesn't matter whether they're playing 5 at the back, 4 at the back, 3 at the back. The interplay is so good. It's so good.
But why is that, JJ? Because they have ballers. It doesn't matter about form or whatever or manager.
These men can play ball.
If you look at the fundamentals of football, they have technicians in their team. Meanwhile, we've got Hendo playing bouncy ball with like flipping Flacco and that. Kovacic is a technically sound footballer. They've got technically sound ballers in there, no matter what form they're in.
You know what? They've got ballers. Chelsea, so just before you go, JJ, Chelsea could name, and their fans will call this stinky, but against Liverpool, it would probably be the perfect 3. If they was to start a midfield 3 of Loftus-Cheek, Gallagher, and Zakaria, that's just bare legs. That's all you need. That is literally all you need.
I don't even think they would even do. I feel like they will have like a.
I'm not saying they'll start. If they were,
true.
All 3 of them can run about, and we'll just get outrun.
Do you know what's actually scary? Do you know what's scary? And I just deep, right? You see, when we're talking about Chelsea, we probably say out of everyone in Chelsea's team, you see like Mason Mount and all them, they're probably like mid, if not just like lower level in terms of technical ability. You know, Mount there, he's thinking, oh yeah, but obviously we got this brother that's just like so technically advanced, like a Kovacic, or we got this brother like a Thiago, we got this brother even like, I mean, all these midfielders that we're talking about, even Jorginho, technically very, very good. Mount comes into Liverpool and he's what?
Oh, he starts
Thiago.
Straight away.
Thiago.
Straight away, bro.
Thiago for our most technical midfielder. That is scary, bro. That's scary. We get Mount, that's a level up in terms of technical ability. Forget IQ and all of that and like the intangibles. That's scary.
You know what it is? I just look at this kind of game and I'm just sitting there thinking like, you got to realize, Bob, like this is a club who everything Romz said earlier on, like I was like, yeah, that's why I was nodding because I was saying you got to realize like they're to the future. Yeah, obviously this season's a write-off, but bro, like, look what they were going through. Your flipping owners being sanctioned by the flipping government, and you know you can't get new owners in, and you know then they I remember they did a protest against owners that were going to come in and they didn't want them in, so they had to do that whole protest. Then Todd Bowley come in, they brought all of these new players, trying to get all of this style, all this tactics, and then you bring in a new manager, the ex-managers having beef and doing whatever, but like it's all been crazy for Chelsea. That's why with Chelsea, I'm always like, right, like you lot, I would, if I was a Chelsea fan, I would be looking at that and thinking, I would give your manager time and I would give your team and club a bit more time, as opposed to Liverpool. Right, we've had this guy for 7 years, bro. Like, what are we going to see that's different than what we've seen for the last 7 years? So it's like, and as Rom said, in the future, what's coming? Do you get what I mean? We don't know if we're getting new owners. We don't know if we've got any money to spend. We ain't got a clue if we're going to be able to get the players that we want to get. So then I'm just sitting there thinking like, right, like what's really to look forward to? Chelsea, come on, man. Even heading into this game, bro, they got to bounce, man. New players have come in. They're going to be trying to impress. And I'm always worried about new players who try to impress, because it goes one of two ways. Either you just have a blind over game, or you just play shit, kind of like you just get found out and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it's going to be the former.
That's why.
So it's going to be crazy.
Why, G, like literally what you just said and what I was saying earlier. When it comes to Chelsea, like after United, that is just my second most hated team. I can't stat. It's that Benitez Mourinho area, like we said, that's what it stemmed from. Because before then, I can't remember us beefing them like that. But what is worrying for me, we're suffering now, and we're not sure if we're still going to be suffering in a year's time. These men are going to be. This is just a temporary thing for them. Like you said, getting sanctioned by the government, their most successful owner in their history leaving. So things will take time.
They're the most successful club in the last 20 years, bro.
Exactly, bro. Change always takes time. That's why when it comes to Chelsea, I want to diss them. But it's like, if my club are doing well, then I'll diss them. But the fact we're both in the mud and you lot are guaranteed to get better than us, I kind of keep a little.
They're making moves, isn't it? At the very least, they're making moves. We're as the meme goes, we're actually doing niche. We are doing niche right now.
Thing. Bro, Bowley's saying to Tom Werner and Henry, now play it, Jerry. Play it. This is what Bowley.
This is perfect, bro.
This is what Bowley's saying to them. When I was outside making
you on my back, bro.
You're a niche.
It's between me and you. Because while you were sitting around, waiting, doing niche, I was out making moves.
Once Chelsea win their Premier or Champions League in 3-4 years' time, we're stuck with the same dross. That's what he's going to be saying.
And then we're stuck with this. Nothing. No leagues, no nothing. Ram's got a question for G, saying, G, which player would you get on the back of your shirt?
Not this again.
Hear what I'm saying, bro. If it's not my surname, then don't worry about I'm not getting anyone. If it's not my surname or my son's name, then I ain't getting that.
What about if your boy was kicking ball and doing well?
No, you
just good for him. What would that mean for me? Like, what am I getting him?
He's going to back your boy and they're going to back your brethren. Like,
no, he said he'll get his son's name. He said he'll get
his boy, like not his son, like his boy, like his.
Wait, you wouldn't even.
All right, cool. As in what? Like, man will come to the games and support you. No, but that's the way I'm supporting you, know.
He's like, no, but he tells you, like, yeah, obviously you don't support the team, but he's like, yeah, look, I'm signed for Chelsea. Let's say.
If he was really my boy, he wouldn't be getting me his name on the back. He'd be getting me my name on the back of whatever shirt that is. That's not my boy. Hey, allow me, man.
I hear it. I actually hear it.
What if he gives you his shirt? Like, this is my shirt. Like, just have it, bro. Like, wear it as pajamas or something.
Nah. See, if you're gonna
selling that, you're selling that ASAP, bro.
First of all, yes, I'm doing what it said. I'm definitely gonna sell that at some point in time. As in, I'm keeping that memorabilia. I'll put it up on a frame. Wear it. Nah, man, I'm not wearing your shirt, bro. Like, you're gonna have to be better than that. If you're my friend, you would know that as well. If you're not my friend,
so hold on,
you're going to be gifting me your shirt with your name on the back.
Yeah, last one. You see that when footballers, after their game they swap shirts, and then like Mbappe put Hakimi's top on himself. Like, do you know what I mean? Because it's a bit chilly after the game. Just put his top on. That's not you, then. You ain't putting.
So after the game, Mbappe was putting the next sweaty man's shirt. That's dead. That's crazy. Are you hearing what you're saying though? Man said it was. Bear in mind,
had it back to front. He even had it back to front, so that Hakimi was on the front as well.
Yeah, bro, that's even more weirder. Like,
if Messi comes up to you after the game, I rate you. Let's swap shirts. You're saying, Naji, I'm all right.
No. Don't get twisted. We'll swap the shirts. I'm not wearing it. I'll just I'm not putting it on, but I'll swap it. Huh?
You're about to shower. Just put it on.
Yeah, bro. No, I'm good, bro. Like, as in, I'm not putting the next one. These I don't know what you've been doing in your spare time as well. That's all loose, bro.
That's funny.
We got Trudon saying Groman putting names on the back of shirts. Nah, brother.
Nah, brother. I'm not doing
As I
it.
said, G as a youth. Imagine him having him as a farmer.
Bro, everyone always says that. I'm like, yeah, bro, you'd have to actually see me. Hey, my son's gonna hate me when he gets older. I promise you.
Oh man, his son's gonna want his name on the back. He's like, I ain't getting your name on the back. I'm getting my surname on the back. I ain't getting your
Bro,
name.
yeah, exactly. Because we're the only two who share this surname. We're good.
Imagine he don't rock the surname on the back. Imagine he just rocks his name on the back.
No, but that's fine. I'm good with that because it's only me. I'm the only person in the family who has this surname, so it's only me and him in the whole world. Well, in the family who has this surname, so I'm good. Like I don't mind that.
Cool. Cool. Let's get into the team selection and chat about Liverpool for a bit, man.
You man are sus, man. You man are crazy.
Make sure we're smashing the like as well. Chat to me about this team, G. You've gone with a mad formation again. You really want to pop out. You're going back to Rodgers. You're going back to
4-3-1-2.
4-3-1-2. Saying nine.
Ox in the six.
I've gone 4-3-1-2. Nah, but he wasn't in the six. I just put his thing there because I was just trying to get the team ready to send to JJ. But if I'm being honest, the only change you probably make from that, maybe Bajicic, but I don't trust Bajicic in this kind of game. I'd rather have someone like an Ox, someone who's more experienced in these kind of games. Someone I think when he comes up against this midfield as well, will be able to handle this midfield a lot better than, say, a Bajicic. You got to realize, we're giving Bajicic props and big up himself for what he did. Man's not playing Wolves in an FA Cup third round replay. A team that's languishing down in fucking, I don't know, like 16th or whatever. A team that's got no threat, weren't pressing, not doing nothing. I was like, nah. Like, you're going to see the best of Bajicic. You're going to see the best of a Thiago. You're going to see the best of a Keita because they allow time on the ball. I don't see Chelsea allowing us this kind of time on the ball where you're going to then see Bajicic able to showcase his skills and his talents. If I thought maybe Chelsea might play a bit differently, then yeah, the only swap I would do would be Ox for Bajicic. But I just think that in a game like this, whether it's Gallagher, Jorginho, Kovacic, Zakaria, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, they'll eat you alive, bro. They will eat you alive. Not because I think that they're so much better than you, just purely for the fact that these are guys who are so experienced in these kind of games, and these are guys who they're going to target you, specifically you in that midfield. You're going to be the weak link in that midfield, purely because, one, you're inexperienced, haven't played at this level long enough. So I'm just looking at him thinking, you know what? Maybe he might start. And like I said the other day on the show, I won't be mad if he started the game. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, why are you playing? Like, I want to see, I'll be intrigued to see what Bajicic would do. But if he's going to play it safe, which I feel like he would rather do, then I feel like then you're going to need to have, it's going to be Ox, Fabinho or Henderson. You're going to need to have one of the three in there, and Bajicic might just have to sit this game out. I've got Elliott, obviously, in that kind of number 10, but I've put him more number 10, but more floating. So more of a free role. So yes, he might drift out to the right. He might stay centrally, but keep Nunez and Salah up top. Don't have Salah even bothering to drift off to the right because he's just not going to offer us anything there. Allow Elliott to be the free man who does that. So if we need that cover on that right-hand side, Elliott can drift over onto that side. Obviously, Nunez will kind of help out on that left-hand side, and then Thiago can help out. But that was just kind of the thinking behind the team. So I put Ox there in the middle, but swap Ox with Thiago if it doesn't please anybody, then you're kind of good to go.
Cool. In the comments, we got Wayne saying small midfield. Yeah, I mean, we got Albert saying obviously Bajicic should start. Keisho, big up to Keisho, saying, you really think the boy Klopp going to change formation?
Yeah, we played 4-3-1-2 against Brighton.
There we go, man. Cool. We get into the next one. This is Ish's and Romz's team. Ish and Romz, yeah, chat to me about this team, man.
Oh, you got the same team?
Yeah, they went for the same team.
Actually, you know what, G? I even said it. I even replied to your thing earlier when you said who should start midfield. I just said Thiago, not Henderson, not Fabinho. So I don't mind really who the other two midfielders are.
Pick a mix.
Whoever it is, I just don't want to see the man in the midfield in it. I think Bajicic, I hear what you're saying, G, about it being a level up in terms of opposition from the Wolves game, but you don't know you're ready until until we're
Exactly.
ready. You see what I'm saying? Like until we
The only
chuck him
way you
into these
make
kind
your
of games.
name, yeah.
Word. Trent, same with Trent. Trent only came in because Kai was injured. This is how these players kind of find their way and like
Yeah.
make a name for themselves. But I just can't see the same shit we've been seeing all season. I'd rather see us play this lineup that's a bit different. We're seeing players kind of play in the actual position, and then if we lose, we lose, innit? Like you said, if we lose, we're still ninth. If we win, we're still ninth. Like it's at the point now where the season's done. So yeah,
And
but
you
yeah,
know what?
what
As
you're saying.
well, I don't think I'm kind of comparing this to the six because let's have it right. This is the second team out of the big six that we've played at home. We've hardly played anyone at home, bar City, I think. And I think Chelsea, similar to City, gonna come at us. If we play Salah in that forward role and balls in behind, pause. But I think Salah can benefit from it. Elliot, I think you keep him on that right because I've been very critical of him. But because when he's in that 8, he just looks lost. He looks like just a boy in the wilderness. But you saw on the right, I know what G's saying against Wolves' second team. They had no threat. It was the FA Cup replay tie. I get that. But even in the United preseason game, again, this is another game that doesn't have that much. You've seen him look the most effective on the right. So I keep Elliot there. Nunes on the left, let's be honest, when he's drifting, naturally drift on that left, he looked his most threatening. Again, his two best games have been City and Tottenham. Again, two big games. So I'll put Nunes on the left. And I don't think the injury's that severe that, we need to ease him back in. Brother, you're getting back in that team. Salah again, because I think they're gonna play a high line. He could benefit from it. Bajicic, for me, like you said, you start players on merit. He had a good game against Wolves. The only way he's going to make a name for himself is by chucking him in the deep end. But we saw this with Morton against Spurs.
Spurs away.
It looked mad. It looked mad. So
and look where he is now, boy. Man's out loan on bloody Blackburn.
The only benefit of this,
he's got an extension, G. He got an extension to that contract. So that loan's looking hefty.
That's our midfield signing.
That 18 now comfy. That 18, do you know what I mean?
The only thing is with this though,
the
only advantage is Morton was away at Spurs. Bajicic is at home. But then again, our fans don't sing this season anyway, so it might even feel like an away game. But Trent and Robbo, for me, have to come back in just for that experience. Trent against Mudryk. Mudryk probably won't start, but even the last 20 or 15 minutes he comes on for. And as much as Matip has just been stinky. I think who said it? I think it was G. I think it was G-ish. When he doesn't have Van Dijk.
Van Dijk. Yeah. Spooky, bro.
He looks like a different centre back. Like, who is this impossible? But yeah, that has to be. I don't want to see Joe Gomez in this game. Like, I just don't. It's sad, but I'm done with him. Obviously, the keeper picks it.
You know one thing about this lineup, yeah, and I know, like, obviously, just reading like the comments and stuff like that. I think everyone's also forgetting the main component of that game was the attack. We're not going to play that same attack. It was because of the attack was why we were able to see Thiago, Bajicic, Keita play so well. That attack, for example, is not going to do what the attack on Wednesday or whenever it was that we played against Wolves. So automatically now, it's a completely different game. You're not going to have ball to feet. Remember, all them three strikers, three forwards we had, they're all ball to feet players. Nunes is not ball to feet player. Salah's, I don't know, and Elliot's kind of in between the two himself. So now, yeah, Salah's a bit, he can do kind of ball to feet, but then it doesn't really stick at times. But now you're looking at it and you're thinking to yourself, okay, cool. So if none of them are ball to feet, meaning that Thiago or Keita or Bajicic, who they're passing to? Now their passes have to be in behind. If the passes are now in behind, we're going back to the same style of football, which is in behind, trying to, catch them on a break and stuff like that. That's the only reason why I didn't go for Bajicic, because I was like, he suits certain games at the moment. Of course, obviously in time, and I do want to see him against these kind of teams. And I said it already. If he plays, man's not gonna cry about it. I'll be like, okay, cool. Let's see what he's like. Blah blah blah. But I just look at these kind of games and I think to myself, you're coming up against completely different opposition. Not every, like what we saw last night, Manchester City, KDB on the bench, Bernardo Silva on the bench, Foden on the bench, Ruben Diaz on the bench. Different players might just suit a different game. Obviously, other stuff, components behind why he's dropping these players, but different players suit a different type of game. Rico Lewis sorted in. He's not going to play every single game because he don't suit every single game to realistically play because they might come up against a different type of team, a different midfield. So when we're looking at someone like a Bajcetic, that's my only real worry. Thiago and Keita, they can pick themselves because they're quite experienced at doing any of the football. But when I'm looking at everything else, then I'm looking at the attack. I'm like, yeah, so you guys are thinking, you know, you're saying, yeah, Liverpool gonna drop deep, and no, we're not. not with the attack that we've got. That's not gonna happen. Did you get what I'm trying to say? It's going to be what we've seen most of the season, where Nunes is going to be the threat. If we can get the ball to Nunes in behind, then maybe we might be all right. Other than that, what we're going to do? Keep in possession? Maybe. But it's going to be interesting. I am super intrigued to see what he does, though.
I think it's going to be a very tactical game tomorrow. You know, as what Ish said, yeah, man. As to what Ish said at the start of the stream, that I think there'll be goals, but it'll be a low scoring game. Actually, that don't even make sense. Not a lot of goals, so there'll be 2 goals max, in my opinion.
Yeah, my team that I went with, similar formation to Ish's and Romz's, but I've gone with as similar as a team that played against Wolves. So for me, Keller stays in goal.
Oh shit, the fullbacks, right? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Keller stays in goal. I go Gomez, Conundrum.
Jerry, you know that he is not dropping Keller. I mean, he's not dropping Ali.
No. I hear that. But obviously, I'm not. I would, because I think everyone needs to cut their backside. I think I just want to be ruthless now, innit? This is the first game we had a clean sheet in how long?
Bro,
you know, our last 2 clean sheets have come with Keller in goal.
First away clean sheet since Everton, which was like October or something.
Exactly.
Oh, September, October.
What was our last clean sheet in general before
September?
Whenever Keller was in goal, that's been our last 2 clean sheets.
Yeah, Keller.
Oh wait, so that was the FA Cup against League Cup against, was it Derby or something?
Derby, yeah, it was Derby County. So for me, and that was before the World
Cup.
No,
because I'm sure we beat West.
Yeah, so for me, I'm definitely going Kelleher, purely because of the fact that, Alisson, he's probably going to go and play, and look, he deserves to go and play. But for me, I want to be ruthless, innit? I want to be ruthless. It's like, you made that mistake like that against Wolves, Kelleher goes in. You kept the clean sheet. You keep everyone else playing on merit. I don't care what you've done in the past. I don't care what you've done. Gomez for me as well had a better game than Matip had in his last game, so he starts, and he looked better on the left actually than he has done on the right. Konate looks better on the right than he does on the left, so kept it like that. Tsimikas and Milner, because they had good games defensively, innit? Like, Tsimikas obviously had Adama Traore to deal with and done decent. Milner as well, he was just solid. And again, if it means that because of this team the line's got to drop a bit, then it does. But if we've got ball to feet players, we can actually get involved in a footballing game. And if we lose, we lose. As Ish said, I'm going with obviously the same midfield that played again. So Thiago, Keita, Bajcetic. I think Bajcetic is like, you got to chuck him in the deep end now, innit? Like, if he's not good enough, he's not good enough. I don't like all of this waiting. I don't think this is the right game. We're not challenging for honours anyway, in my opinion. We're not doing anything. So why not just use this season to see whether he's good enough or not, whether you need to shut him in the summer or not? Because you'll know by the time he's played 4 games in a row whether he's good enough. We saw it with Billy Gilmour. Played 3, 4, 5, 6 games for Chelsea. They clocked, actually, you're not that good. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he had a good game against Liverpool, but you're not that good. So he's at Brighton now.
Well, we made him look like flipping Busquets, man. I remember that game as well.
But that's my point. We made him look
you
like
say
Busquets.
that, though, but at Brighton, he looked all right. I don't know what he's doing now.
No, I'm saying he's an all right player, but I'm saying at Chelsea, it's just not the level they wanted, isn't it? Like, so he wasn't going to get in. So it's cool. I think we need to iron that out. I think keep that same midfield. And then up front, the only change I'm making is I'm taking Carvalho off and I'm playing Salah, purely because of the fact that Salah's a big game player. You can't take this game lightly. I think I wanted him in a team, but I also wanted Elliott to be playing in his right wing position. I think that was one of his better games that I've gone and seen, playing on that right hand side. Got his goals, so I think he deserves to stay. Gakpo obviously is a no brainer. I think you just got to play him until he comes good. If you don't come good, you shot him, innit? You shot him or whatever, and you do something with him at the end because he has to come in and bang, innit? Unfortunately, this is he's made that decision knowing that this is the situation of the club. So you know what pressure you've put on yourself as a forward. If you're not going to bang, you're not going to bang, but you're going to start. Obviously, it's just Salah up top. Just get him away from the byline, innit? Get him away from get him out of that kind of chalk on boots kind of role and just play him up front and just see what that does, man. See what that does. Maybe, obviously, having one person in his team that's running away from the ball is obviously is good, and then the rest are all ball players. Obviously, on the bench now, it looks like it makes it look like we've got options because Nunes can come off the bench and cause issues. And, Nunes off the bench is like a Mudryk off the bench. You're just going to cause chaos no matter what. You've obviously got Fabinho and Henderson that can still come on if need be. You've got Trent to come on as well. You've got Robert. Like, the team looks much better, and they're going to be, for me, wanting to go and come on and prove a point. I think that's the only way you go and get a kick out of these players, because otherwise, they're comfy. These players are comfy. Like, Trent knows if Trent goes and plays, we know he's going to play. But if Trent goes and plays, he knows he was going to play anyway. So there's no urge from him. There's no push. There's no pressure for him to perform. It's just like, I can have a poor game, but I'll just do an Instagram post saying, oh, this wasn't good enough and we must do better. And then you get packed again. I don't care about all those posts. I don't care about all of that. I don't care about all these prayer hands and pleading with the fans. I'm done with that. Just get me results.
Bro, I hate all of that stuff. Like, why you doing like, bro? What do you mean you're telling me, yeah, we need to do better, bro? We know you need to do better, bro.
That reminded me of Carriers. It reminded me of Carriers after the Real Madrid game when managers were doing this to the crowd. Bro, you just tucked 2 balls in the back of the net. Get off the pitch, bro. Get off. I don't want to look at your face like that, man.
You know them generic phrase. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. Like, bro, shut up, man.
Shut up, man.
I'd rather you not say anything. Just get better. Just be quiet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say anything. Just carry on. Like, man's not gonna look at you and think, he didn't say anything after the game. Like, what?
Facts.
Assad saying, Joe's on definitely on a sabotage thing. Milner right back. It's not even sabotage, bro. At the moment, playing Trent after that performance against Mitoma is sabotage, bro. You'd be mad to go and do the same thing again. But I guess that's what our manager does sometimes, isn't it? He just likes running it back, doing the same thing. Just it's going to work this time. It's going to work this time. It must do. But we've got Ed saying, I'm tapped, saying I thought these lineups would have at least a bit of realism. Yeah, what can I say, man? What can I say? I just want change, innit? I just want change. Chris McAvoy saying they earned to play this game. I agree. Big up. And obviously we've got 5 subs as well, as he said. So we've got loads of changes. So those 5 subs, even if it's at half time or whatever, we go down in games anyway. Like, we go 9 times out of 10 we're down in first in games anyway. So you might as well go and play. The players actually kept the clean sheet, because if they go down a goal, you're like, okay, cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see that team getting packed like 5-0 in like the first half against this Chelsea team. I just don't see it.
It's a bit ironic, completely off topic, yeah, but do you not think, bring up Chris's comment again, do you think Chris looks like Chris Martin? Just a bit from Goldthwaite. Just a bit. And it's the irony, they both got the same name, just spelled differently. You can see
that's funny bit. Still.
It might be, innit? That might be a lot.
It could be him, yeah. If it is you, big up yourself for joining the channel on that, you know what I'm saying?
Like, do you want to buy
try hide incognito in that?
Do you want to buy a share in our club? Maybe that big up Chris.
Nah, bun the club. I share in the JJ show first, man, and then you can worry about the club after.
Yeah,
exactly. Max Omugo said, since we will defend with 3 defenders, Mudryk is the one with the highest chance of scoring. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Imagine if he starts. I don't think he will, but imagine if we see the lineup and Mudryk has just started. Like, Potter's gone, fuck this.
The thing is, they're not saying that he can't start. He can start. He just ain't playing no 90 minutes. So that could mean start the game or come off the bench. So it could be, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Gio saying, Jerry, tell me about your Polish centre back. Arsenal fan, innit? Kivor.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's he saying?
Yeah. I've never seen him before.
Wait, did he go to the World Cup?
In the World Cup, did you not watch Poland play? The guy left-sided centre back.
Was he the guy at the back? Okay,
yeah. The one that was spraying the wrong passes.
Yes. See, Arteta's just a bad bro. I'm saying it now. After
that's just a solid signing, because they're going to sign him for 20 M's. And if he's not good, they're going to sell him for like 25 because he's playing at Arsenal.
Yeah,
that's another just smart move. He's young as well. I think he's at 21, 22.
And they don't have another left-sided because they got Saliba and
Gabriel.
They got Saliba, but Gabriel's the only one that plays on the left, innit? They don't have another left-sided centre back.
No, that's
perfect for them.
It's like Liverpool. We don't have anyone to play on the left side. Because of injury, we're playing whoever was going to be on the left. But we don't have an actual left-sided centre back, which is actually quite scary.
Yeah, I mean, he's 22. He's going to be 23. He played for Spezia in the Italian league. So he's Italian defender, so he knows how to defend as well.
He's defending first, isn't it? He's not doing this stupidness like bringing it out from the back and all that.
But he's a ball player. You're going to see he's technically sound. Like, Arteta wouldn't have gone and got a centre back if they're not technically sound, especially now, considering the position they're in with the likes of Ben White now. They do. I mean, he's just a good player. Tomiyasu came from the Italian league as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Bologna.
Yeah, where
Bologna.
I can't remember where it was.
Oh, was it Bologna? Yeah.
Bruv,
That's
we
what I'm
never
saying.
made these even when we were on top, we never made these signings like just out the blue where you're like, okay,
No.
cool, this is one for the we even made signings for the here and now, like your Jotters and that, which was also a surprise, but we never signed a man for 20 mil who was like the future when we were in a position of strength. It was like, okay, cool. Right, everyone's fit, there's no injuries, let's just kind of ride it till the wheels fall off. But
Yeah.
Arsenal, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, you know. This is a problem. This is a big problem.
Chat to your boy Klopp, man. Chat to him.
But he's proper
It's
good.
not
He's
my
proper
boy.
good.
He's
He's
boy,
proper
bro.
good. And to be fair, just in general for Polish football, for someone to go like that at a young age to go to like an Arsenal,
Straight to the yeah.
it's big because usually they'll go like well, we had that in the past, obviously in Germany and stuff, but for a long time it's been like going to Aston Villa or going to like Monaco. You had like some teams
like a Brighton or something.
Zelensky went to Napoli, but obviously going to like an Arsenal that are challenging for the top as well, that's big for like to be in the Premier League. So big up to him, man. Big up to him. K-Show asking the question, Fabio Carvalho. What about him?
No.
Romz, you're not
If
backing your brethren.
I'm Klopp,
Hey,
yeah,
Romz, back your boy.
I'm putting him on a nutrition program from now to the end of the season. I don't really mind if we see him again.
Listen, Crabbe just needs the whole bench for now, man. This one hurts. I don't like speaking it, but no way, he can't be starting, man.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Ed saying exactly. Big up to Ed. Ed saying he was Poland's best player at the World Cup. I'd agree with that. So big up to Keyboard.
What do we? Sorry.
No, go on.
I was gonna ask you guys, like, so what do we think? Like, okay, cool. Obviously, we've done our lineups or whatever, different ones, cool. But in terms of, forget even the personnel, what do you think, like, the style of play? I think that for me is more the key here, kind of thing, than the players who play, because the style of play is gonna, I guess, determine who he then picks for the game. So, what do you think we're gonna kind of go with against the Chelsea as well?
Gee, this is the worrying thing. I don't know.
See, I personally think at the moment, it's not like we're playing with a different style of play. The players are dictating what the style of play is.
I get you.
The principles are the same. He still wants to press. Nothing's changing like that. It's just the type of players you've got means that you're going to play differently. Like if you've got 11 Nunez's on the pitch, even if they're trying to implement what Klopp's asking them to do, is it going to be the same if you had 11 Thiagos on the pitch? They try to implement it the same, but they wouldn't be as intense. They probably keep the ball better. That's what it is for me. So that's why I want to go with the team that played against in the FA Cup. Because for me, if you go back to those same players, we're just saying run it back because we know what's going to happen. Nunez with his pace, of course he's going to make runs in behind. Salah, of course, is going to make runs in behind. So as soon as you've got two players making runs in behind like that, as soon as Thiago gets the ball, as soon as whoever gets the ball, they're going to be forced to go and play long passes. Even Bajcetic. If Bajcetic is playing and we've got just the usual front three, but he's playing, unless there's an instruction from him saying, you know what, just play it, keep it simple, right? And that's a direct instruction. Naturally, he's going to go and look. And you know, the run sometimes makes your decision in what pass you're going to make.
You look up, you see Nunez going out to in, and you're just like, cool, I'm just going to ping one over the top.
Van Dijk doesn't go and kind of dictate where the striker goes and makes his run for him to play the pass. Salah and Trent would dictate when he plays the pass because they'd make the run and he'd just find them. Do you know what I mean? It's not like when sometimes Thiago kind of forces you to go into a run because of how he's angled his position and stuff. We're not going to go and do that.
That's why I'm hoping eventually, literally what you just said, JJ, we get the best out of Gakpo. I want Gakpo to see Trent get the ball, look up, and that should be the trigger.
But that's not his game. That's the problem, though. You're saying get the best out of Gakpo. Yeah, it might happen in the final third where he's moving about. You know, like the goal we scored in the World Cup where
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
He's shifting that.
Yeah.
But the problem is, think of that pass that Trent does a lot of the time. Yeah, it's from deep. It comes from deep. Like deep into Mane. I remember it coming from deep into Mane, and Mane then isolates his man. That's not Gakpo's game. Gakpo's coming central to come and get the ball. So when he does that, Nunez then goes wide. Look, Nunez goes wide because when that happens, Nunez goes wide to go and get the ball to make that run. As soon as Gakpo makes the run into the box, he has to make the run into the centre. So he's not even getting on the ball like that. It's going to be Nunez that gets on the back post. That's what I don't get. That's what I see anyway. That's what I don't get. So for me, I don't know, man. We're just going to be playing hoofball, man. It's just going to be over the top. Just try to catch them.
That's what that.
Wait, did you not
That's
know?
What's worrying me a little bit.
Sorry to cut you, G. Did you not know Klopp's 1,000th game in management? tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bro. Ferguson's giving him prop. I know Ferguson's giving him prop, thinking you ain't got nothing on me though.
Yeah. I just said your days are numbered, bro.
You know like that, bro. Your days are numbered, my guy. Like, not heading in. It's so mad, yeah. We're heading into this game, yeah. Obviously, we're 9th and 10th, so that will play a part. But it's like we're heading into this game. There's no real. Yeah, obviously, I know people are gonna be like, yeah, we can win, and I hear that we can obviously win. There's a chance of win, lose, or draw. But the reality is, man's not heading into the game and really thinking that we're gonna come out with a win here. It's like I don't see it. Like, especially against Chelsea. When we come up against Chelsea at Anfield, bro, they just move different. I don't know what it is, but they come here and they just move different than they would in any other place for some weird reason. So I'm not heading into this game and thinking, yeah, we're gonna win.
You know what it is as well for me, yeah? Like, normally I'll be like, okay, cool. This game, even if we've been in sticky form, I could be like, this game will kickstart a run. We can go now and get 4, 5, 6 games. Bro, we could beat Chelsea 6-0 tomorrow. The next week we can be on the same foolishness again. There's no encouragement for me to watch us and be like, this is where our season starts. This is where we kickstart. Because we've been on bullshit all season. We beat City, then went and lost in Forest. We went and beat flipping Rangers 7-1, went and fucked up the next week. Like, it's just like, it's so up and down at the moment.
We're consistently inconsistent.
All right, yeah, I'm just going along with it. I'm just here for the ride. I'm just watching games, then see what the next game happens. I've got no hope in this team, man. I've got no hope in this team to actually be consistent for a run of games to get back to top 4. Because that should be the aim. But yeah, we're not on anything right now.
Yeah, RJ's asking a question. Will protests against the proposed Qatar ownership affect players on the pitch? Are you being serious? There's a protest.
There's a protest.
These men must love
there's a protest
suffering.
against Chelsea. I knew, but I thought it was about FSG out, not the Qatar. Oh.
Let me bite my tongue.
You know, like that. Like this is why you haven't seen me do like too many conversations about this, because I'm just like, and I was even in a space last night, like, and obviously they were talking about this whole Qatar thing. I was just like, I'll be so real with all of you. See this whole Qatar and whatever, bro. Like, if it happens, great. But if it doesn't happen, we're in the same. Like, there's nothing really optimistic about it. Like, yeah, I'm hearing their ITKs start telling people, yeah, man, this is happening and we're doing this. Bro, we're not doing nothing, man. Like, wait until it actually happens. When it happens, then we're calm, we're good to go. Then we can start really trying to see what we can plan for the future. At this current moment in time, the people doing the protest, and I don't want to disrespect them, but like from what I'm hearing, it probably sounds like them kind of like Spirit of Shankly kind of individuals. And I'm just like, yeah, you see you. Yeah, you're just a wrong one. You're just a wrong one, you know.
And Effortless saying there's protests on both ends of the spectrum in terms of ownership, no to Qatar and FSG out.
Pick a struggle, rude boy. You can't be both broke and ugly. Like, you need to pick one that you need to be, bro. That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, Baz, big up. Baz, the same panel. Have you seen the Spirit of Shankly statement? Let's get that up before we get into our score predictions. But
they got a statement.
Yeah.
You see, but this is what I'm saying. And then, okay, cool. So you want FSG out? No worries. I think most of us want them out, yeah? But then you're saying no to Qatar. So if no one else comes in for us, what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and complain that we still have FSG. So I don't like pick us, like I said, pick a struggle, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, you can't be both broke and ugly. Like, you need to just pick one to focus on. That
you need to understand the league's gonna continue to get harder. Chelsea will.
That's
get
what I'm
better.
saying, bro.
Newcastle will get better players. City aren't going anywhere. United getting better. Spurs, I don't even mention them. But as for the others, do you know what I mean? The league's gonna get better. So in the same, this Spirit of Shankly, that they're obviously they have the best interest of the club in that. But I'm looking at that. Do you really want to be successful for the club? Because all this moral high ground stuff, I bet they believe in stuff that's dodgy as well. So it's just like, you know what? This
sometimes I wonder, yeah, like, what do people think? Like, when they think about, like, obviously, don't get twisted. Look, man's not trying to have some owner who's been tied up in some pedophile ring or some shit like that. Yeah, I would get it to like in that kind of degree. But we're sitting here talking about owners and what they do and. Bro, there's no clean owner. Like, bro, do you know what you've got to do to even make a meal? Like, let alone forget billions.
We're talking billionaires. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just to be a millionaire, unless you get lucky with the lottery or something, you know what you got to be doing over your life to be able to make a meal? Do you know how many people you've had to flip and probably sheg along that period
You
of
see
time.
the spirit of Shankly movement. It's like cool. You're complaining at everything left, right, and center. Who would you want to then buy the club? Because I bet
Bro,
the
they
person
would.
you want to buy the club probably has dirty laundry as well. So it's
No, you know what they want. I'm not saying it might not even be them, but they probably want an owner, a guy who's from Liverpool, supports Liverpool, been watching Liverpool for like 50 years, and is just some rich
be real,
Yeah,
billionaire.
with what bread? With what bread though?
Yeah,
Man, come
let's be real. Do you know any billionaire from Liverpool? Like, I'm sorry, but
I keep my mouth shut on them
Uh,
things. Keep my mouth shut.
let's get.
Keep my mouth shut.
You know who they want? You know who they want? No, they want. You lot are gonna laugh. They want Daniel Craig that played James Bond. That's a Liverpool fan to put all of his money in the club. Someone like that, and then they'll shut up. But
Wasn't
realistically,
it McGregor? Wasn't it McGregor? That's like a Liverpool fan as well.
I heard he was United as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
just
I don't know. I thought it was
confused. That's a
McGregor,
confused individual.
Yeah. No, exactly. But I'll kind of find the statement. But you know what? We'll chat about it another time.
I'll see if I can find it now for you now. See if I can find it.
But whilst
Or Baz, if you can send a link or whatever, then let me know.
Yeah.
Big up,
But let's
Baz.
get into the score predictions, man. Ish, let's start with you because I know you mentioned it already. You're saying what 0-0, yeah?
That was more.
Yeah,
generic.
1-1 or 0-0. I can't. I don't know, man. The Wolves game is not like it was nice, didn't it? But it's not. It wasn't that nice for me to be like, yeah, we're back, or yeah, season starts now. Because as much as Chelsea are in the mud, we are also in the mud. So yeah, I'm saying 0-0, 1-1. Like, I can't really say a winner like that.
Cool. Romz?
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna be honest. Our second home defeat. I'm gonna go 1-0 Chelsea. I think it'll just be tactical battle. I think you know what's gonna hurt. I think they actually get a late winner with 10 minutes to go. Between the 80th onwards, they get that winner. I could just see it being from a set piece as well. But yeah, man, I'm going 1-0 Chelsea, man. Hurts, but it is what it is.
G?
2-2. I'll go 2-2. I think it'll be one of those kind of games. I think, yeah, what Rom said, Ish said as well. It's one of them. I don't see a win for either side. I think both will have chances though. I can't see a game where we're not going to concede. Even that Wolves game, I was like, right, Wolves have just played that last 10 minutes for the previous 20. They definitely score a goal, 100%. So I think, yeah, 2-2 will be probably the score still.
Cool.
What are you saying?
I'm going to shock people.
I know what you're going to say.
3-1.
Oh,
I think we lose 3-1.
Lose.
I think Chelsea click at Anfield.
That's why you smiled when I said 1-0, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, when you 1-0, I was like, yeah, I think Chelsea win. I think Chelsea win, and actually, I think it's a statement. I think I've just got a gut feeling, something in my body just telling me Chelsea have been bad. They're getting obviously all the corner and stuff, but they're going to turn up and it's going to be like Koulibaly set piece, flipping whoever's playing up from Havertz is going to come in with a goal. We'll try to come back into it and then they hit us with a third and
JJ,
that's it.
You know what? Yeah, 3-1. If it was at the Bridge, I would hear it. But one thing I'll give us at home against the top team is to restore. I think we're going to lose still 1-0, but 3-1's comfortable.
Yeah, but I think no. It sounds mad. It sounds mad at 3-1.
But if it's 2-1 and you're chasing it, that can turn into
3-1
quite easily.
and then you get caught, and I can see them doing that because the players that they've got. Like I don't have to explain. I watched that Palace game, and they were too clean with how they were moving the ball through the thirds. It was just the final goal. They couldn't get the goal. Like they just couldn't get it no matter what. And obviously they were getting caught on the counter as well. Like Elise had a couple chances as well, and I think Edouard hit the bar and stuff. But they were just a problem when they were going through the gears. They were a problem. Like Lewis Hall even playing. Chukwuemema, is that his name?
Yeah.
Chukwuemema.
I just call him Carney, bro.
But even on the thing, it even says Carney sometimes. I'm like,
yeah. It's Carney, isn't it? It's Carney.
So
no one's trying to embarrass himself.
Like they were moving too nice, and I think yes, they haven't scored enough goals. They've got a problem scoring goals, but it's just like with Leeds. You know, Leeds had a problem scoring goals, and then they went and just scored, and they managed to score goals against us. Like like all these teams, Brentford, like they weren't scoring that many goals, and then look what they did. Do you know what I mean? Like for that period,
we're the team to kickstart people's like a little
Exactly.
run.
Just to add to
come
what
back
Jay
up.
said, everyone we've kind of lost to had a mad bad run of form coming into our game, bro.
United were another one. The worst start they had for like 60, 70, since like 1960s or whatever. Yeah, it was ridiculous. What happens? They come in and just and they win the game.
Didn't
So for me,
Forest lose like 7 on the bounce or something? 5 or 6 on the bounce before.
Yeah, they were coming on a bad run. They were coming on a bad run.
Brighton as well. They weren't in a good run. Like, they weren't scoring tons of goals, and then they done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just got a feeling they're gonna go and score, and it's gonna be a tight game because it's at Anfield. Yeah. But I just think off the bench. I didn't see anything, but off the bench, it caused a bit of So that's going to be me. But look, I've been wrong with my predictions, but maybe I'm right this time, innit? Maybe
that's
I'm right.
What honestly said. When I predict to win, we lose. So hopefully it's just reversed.
This is why I'm just like, bro, like
psychology, because I do think we'll lose 1-0, but hopefully it means we win, man. But then again, you look at it like, what does it really mean? Like,
I actually just don't really care. I don't really care that much. I'll be honest, I don't really care. We win, we're ninth. We lose, we're ninth. Like,
and Ryan saying Brighton were in good form. To be honest, no, they weren't in good form. They weren't in great form.
They had like one loss. Like it was like weird draw. Yeah, they were kind of weird.
It was stuttering. It wasn't
up and down.
They started the season well, and then they kind of dropped off for a bit, and they're just building back up again. But we just knew the football that they play will just cause us problems. That's it. Chukwuemeka, that's it. Kearney, innit? It is what it is, man. Kearney, sorry.
Yeah, like that, bro. Like,
Pin Ryan's comment. Pin Ryan's comment, because Ryan, this is how I felt against Forest and Leeds and Liverpool. What they will do, Ryan, is they'll slap you in the face. Like, why the hell did you just say that? But I hope you're right.
The thing is, Ryan, that's what I'm saying, bro. It could happen. Like, bro, you can either win, lose, or draw a game. So yes, the possibility of winning is there, but the reality of that, I don't know, man. Because we all sat here. We all sat here against Forest and was all saying cricket scores. We all sat here against Leeds and thought, well, we'll dump these lot. We all sat here against Palace, against Fulham, against all these other dead teams, Brighton, Brentford, Brighton are not dead, but Brentford and stuff like that. And we all predicted these things and we all said we'd turn up. And then what happens? We ended up losing these games or drawing. So, yeah, it could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. Like, it is a possibility still.
Wait, have we won in the league this year? Was that Aston Villa game before?
If we lose tomorrow, I just read it now. It'll be the first time in I can't remember how long that Liverpool have lost their first 3 Premier League calendar games in a calendar year.
Our next game is Wolves away, and you'll have a Sarabi that's probably settled, a Lamina that's settled. Our next Premier League game, because I know we got Brighton before that, by the way, man.
Yeah.
Our next league game is Wolves.
Fantastic.
It's away as well, isn't it? The Brighton game's away as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Both of them
both of them away. LFC Aaron saying my birthday tomorrow as well. F my life. Yeah, man.
Happy birthday for tomorrow, bro.
If we don't catch you tomorrow, we got F
don't watch the game, innit?
Disagreeing with Ish, man, saying, nah, can't say you don't care as a fan, man. Got to be invested regardless. I might as well just tap out now. I think a lot of fans have tapped out though.
Back to big up effortless, but back to LFC Aaron's comment. Listen, you've been a supporter from the start, so I'm telling you, as our brother, make sure you've planned something for the rest of the day that just lifts your spirits. Your birthday, just have a good birthday, because you can't rely on Liverpool to, add to.
Nah, you know what it is. You can't even football on your birthday is always a bad idea. Like, I hate
it's long. It's long.
You know,
it's just long. It will dictate your mood.
One birthday, I was in Dam. Remember when Hazard in the League Cup slalom through our team? That was my birthday, bro. Football on your birthday is always mad.
And look, Assad here saying, look, Liverpool have 2 wins against Chelsea at Anfield since 2012. Where are people getting this victory from?
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why sometimes I get baffled when people have this mad level of optimism. Because I'm just like,
they had 10 men and we still drew the game.
Yeah, the only games we beat them is the Salah banger. And
the 5-3. And even that, let's be honest, there was another 10 minutes to that. Once Pulisic came on, if there was more time, they probably would have chewed that
back into it. That was a mad game. That was a mad game.
Still. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. But look, man. Ryan saying, look, if Tuchel was in charge of Chelsea, I'd be less confident. Yeah. I don't know. I think
so. Who's the Nottingham Forest manager?
We'll be fine tomorrow. Don't worry. I don't know. Listen, Ryan, I've got to ask you. because you say this, and then tomorrow you're going to be in my DM saying, I knew it. This team is shit. It's like, listen, you can't go from here to here. I need a balance.
He's trying to force the confidence before the game. I hear it. I used to be like that as well. I used to just be like, if I manifest a win, we can. But bro, I'm over this now. Like, you can't beat me anymore because I know that we're rubbed. Like, it is what
Let's
it
put
is.
it this way: of the two teams coming into this game, Chelsea are coming into it to bounce. Liverpool are not. That 1-0 win didn't do shit for anybody. All that did was just show Klopp like, oh, so I can actually play a different way. That was about it.
It stopped the bleeding a little bit. That's it.
Yeah.
No healing process. It just stopped the bleeding a little
But
bit.
my bandage is still bloody. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like I can still see the blood seeping through. Like
plus they have the silence on top of it to give them a bit of excitement, a bit of like even the fringe man. You'll see Mount to have a good game because he's like, rah, Mudryk just coming from a spot on the right wing or the left wing or whatever. Like you'll see these men elevate a little bit.
Just as you said that, watch Mount to get the first goal.
Mount's bagging tomorrow. Mount's bagging.
Anytime
I custom player, they're bagging.
Yeah, anytime I custom. That's why I just keep quiet on these guys now. They just always do man dirty, bro, all the time. Bro.
I think Havertz, bro. Honestly,
maybe even him, but it's just going to be one of them things where I understand. Listen, look, at the end of the day, we're all fans, and I get it. Like, obviously, of course, you want your team to win. We want our team to win every single game, but you have to start using. Yes, you can have the emotion, but come on, man, we got to have just a tad bit of logic that gets applied with the emotion that you're tapping it into. Like, calm. Yes, I want the team to win. Of course, I do, but there's nothing that suggests that we'll win this game. So I'm just like, okay, bring forth your argument to tell me why we would win this game. And everyone's just telling me about, if Klopp plays the right team, they're variables. Like, are we winning the game or not? Like, I don't care about
it's not even variables because we know it's not going to happen. We know Klopp's not playing in a different formation. We know he's not going to do. We all spoke about different lineups with Bajetic and stuff. We know tomorrow it's going to be Flacco, Hendo, Thiago.
You know what's so mad?
Listen, I'll go to Anfield myself and slap Klopp in the face, bro.
Even the games we've cut Klopp a bit of slack. Like, you know what? He could not definitely. Remember some games we said, you know what? He might or may or we could change. He just still doesn't. That's when my faith went out the window. That he's just not gonna say change anything at all.
Baz.
Baz has a very good point.
No. As in, I'm not. Of course, like, bro, we saw Liverpool win the Champions League after being 3-0 down at half time. Football had no logic in that. What I'm trying to say is that,
bro, that's miracles, bro.
That's miracles. But I'm talking about like just before a game, like where is the level of optimism? Is where I'm coming from. Is like, okay, cool, fair enough. If you think Liverpool are going to win, no problem. But at the moment, I'm not seeing anybody really telling me why.
Yeah, for man to say
everyone's just kind of saying, like Jody, you said what for 5-0. I'm like, okay, if you think 5-0, no problem. Where, like, why do you think we'd win 5-0? That's the kind of conversations that I want to have with people because then it just becomes all I'm going to see on Twitter if Liverpool loses. Oh, we're crap. Why didn't Klopp do it? I'm like, bro, but you're the one who thought we was going to win 5-0, not me, bro. Like, so why are you mad now that we lost? I don't get it.
You know why I want to eradicate? You know, if you're a match going fan, I don't mean to have a dig at you, but this has been the facts because even when you see on TikToks and people on Twitter that I've been seeing ticket holders, they say the same thing. I'm not even going to do the whole typical we're at home so the crowd will be up for it because let's be honest, Anfield atmosphere has been I went the first game this season, it was flat, and people since then it's been flat, so we can't even use that home advantage thing because they haven't been the 12th man. They just
one thing I will say though, Romz, is that it does go both ways. Like the players on the pitch have to give the fans something to shout for. We haven't even seen 100%. The intensity that normally gets us riled up and stuff. We ain't seen that. If you're seeing Hendo play 15 first time balls to nobody, brother, are you gonna get out of your seat? I'm going to the bar and the flipping little kiosk. I'm gonna start getting drinks in before half time. I can't be able to watch that. I'm not gonna sing.
Get in there early.
Yeah. What you think man's gonna go? Henderson after he's doing 15 first time balls to no one. Less of that, man. Less of that. You can't expect the fans to shout for nothing.
Or this one.
Albert saying.
Bro, I hate that one. Sorry.
I kind of like that still because it's normally when he's carted someone in it. He's gone in with a hard tackle. I'm like, yeah, cool, you've done your thing. Or he's gonna press like 50 yards.
Albert saying, folks, whilst we talk about football, we are also a community of brothers. If you are 40 and over, have a prostate exam. I just had one earlier today. Painful but necessary. I mean, congratulations on popping that cherry. I mean,
no pun intended.
Painful but necessary, right? That sounds mad still.
That sounds mad. Big up to Albert for that one. But look, we're gonna head out with that one, man. Before we go, G, just let the people know what's popping over the weekend on GTV? The video today, innit? Got the video today.
Yeah, got video posted out today. So it's just a preview. It'll be like a preview. So watch that, and then if you haven't watched this this show live, then come in and then tune into this because it's kind of like a follow-on or preview before this show. Weekend might be a bit quiet. I'll be back Sunday anyway to talk about the game. Probably do a show on Jerry's show if we're doing a match review or anything, match tactics boards. That's about it, man. Catch me on Twitter, man. Honestly, catch me on Twitter, just cussing or smiling. There's not going to be no in between, boy. I promise.
There's no real in between. You either bet or you're just happy.
Bro, I'm either going to be angry about the game or I'm going to be happy about. Or the in between is usually I'll probably just put laughing emojis. If I see the score, I'll just put laughing emojis,
Romz.
bro.
Say they're not on Insta already.
Say that again.
They're not on Twitter already.
Oh yeah. And just man, just have a good weekend and let LSC Aaron again. Happy birthday tomorrow. Anyone who watched this on a replay, if it's your birthday, just make sure you just have the rest of the day planned with things you enjoy. Because Liverpool win, big bonus. But if we don't, then I don't want, because this happens to me, I don't want your club getting you down for the rest of the day, especially if it's your birthday. So big up LSC Aaron, whoever watches this back. You lot stay safe. Have a good weekend. Like and subscribe to GTVJJ. So go follow the Equalizer, the Goated captions, and share, man. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, ish. There's no captions, is there? Is there captions from yesterday? There is, isn't there?
Nah, yeah, I dropped one from Wait, that game was yesterday.
Mahrez, yeah, yesterday.
Mahrez. He balled out, man. When I see Salah sometimes, I know he gets his GNA, but that's my kind of winger. I'm sorry, that's my kind of winger. You see the influence. Man said second half, I'm actually making sure we win this game. Had a hand in all 4 goals. Like that's my kind of winger anyway. But
it's all I try and say is, but then
I'll back you because that's my type of player. But obviously, one is doing. If Mahrez was doing what Salah was doing in terms of the numbers and shit,
as well as
yo.
You what's mad?
One thing I will say, just quickly, JJ. Mahrez doesn't not get the game time. He will sit the first half of the season on the bench. It's only second half of the season he gets the run. I reckon if he might not get 30, 40 goals like Salah does, but if Mahrez played week in, week out,
17,
you would see numbers.
17, 30.
Yeah, you would see numbers.
He was their top goal scorer last season.
There we go. And he came touch towards the end of the season as well. So.
But I think, you see with him, I feel like he's not a consistent player. That's his problem. That's why I feel like that's why Pep had a go at him in the first place. That's why he's been balling out recently. You've seen the last, his last 5 games. He's been balling out. But he called him out before that and said, I need more from you kind of thing. Because he can be a little bit inconsistent and then he don't really perform. That's his issue. But then again, so is Salah. So who am I to really even judge that?
Word.
All right, cool, man. Make sure you're having a good weekend, people. Enjoy the early morning kickoff. Make sure you're following us on all socials. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's been JJ Show, and we're out, people. Take it easy.